New York Ball. Play. Really? I was a huge fan of ballroom dancing as a young woman, but now that I'm nearly on old maid, I see how they could be fun. Whoa, a decorative gramophone. I wonder what we were listening to back then. Oh yes, now I remember. I tried alcohol for the first time at that ball. Just a sneaky sip, of course. The ballroom were often decorated with the work of illustrated artists. I was always curious about what that art meant. The last snippet. Even though I've been given plenty of reasons, I've never been the best dancer. God, no, I've tried. Your father used to bring you to elegant parties, didn't he? Yeah, you must have met a lot of eligible young men as a young girl. Not really, but there was one certain young man I was fond of. I'm not surprised. What was his name? Edward Robinson. We were six. We were 16 and definitely going to get married. If Mrs. Talbot hadn't caught us fooling around, maybe we'd still be together. Picture complete. Yay! Corner store that mari kita dental snippet. Suck. Suck. I don't mind getting my hands dirty, but I don't like heavy back or pain. I'm glad the other staff were happy to do that. Of course, we never took anything from the stalls for ourselves. The owner was kind enough to give us a discount. What is this? Oh right, Wingram and Sin was the name of that corner store I worked at. I never met the people it was named after. Jam radio. You can always create atmosphere using the right radio channel. We used to listen to a lot of classical masterpieces. What is this? Cake. No matter how things got in London, I would never resort to trying to bake my own cake. These were from a bakery down the road. Closed. One surefire way to make sure we had privacy was looking up the store and turning the sign to closed. Yes, this stray cat used to hang around the corner store and wait for us to give him a leftover tuna can. I hope he found a home. Ooh. We did our best to make it romantic, but sometimes the boss would march in unexpectedly. I am sure that day he was on vacation. Neither prepared his best cat. That was so thoughtful of him, with all the other work he had to do, and several part-time jobs. Complete picture. Remember, remember how I took that job street in South in London just before you and I met? One time, darling, don't tell me you dated someone you worked with at the corner store. I'm afraid so. Lydia hopes was his name. We were both poor as Scrooge mice. But of course, we were willfully ignoring how well off we were. Even without money, we always managed to have a good time. We would have picnic right at the door after work. Isn't that lovely? I suppose, but I simply cannot imagine sitting on the floor. Picture complete. Afternoon tea, please. Tea. What a fancy place to hang one's coat. Butterflies. How magical to see a flock of butterflies on a deck. They were like the ones I felt in my stomach that day. I'm always quick to put a bouquet of flowers into a vase. I love to see how long they will last. Sometimes it's longer than the relationship. I love afternoon tea, but my eyes usually drift over to the sweet. They should really call it with afternoon pastries. I used to order so modestly when I was in my 20, 20. Now I order practically everything on the menu. I always go for strawberry cake as a dessert on a date. Strawberries are so seductive somehow. This is one of the fanciest kettles I've ever seen, and I've seen a lot of tea kettles. Oh, I'd love to have one of those pastries right about now. Maybe I'll ask Mrs. Talbot if she wouldn't mind baking tomorrow. A bouquet of flowers is such a lovely way to show someone you care about them. They always brighten my mood. I'll never forget one of the best dates I ever had. It was in London in 1912. Henry Lancaster, a rude gentleman. I was so captivated by his adventures in India. Don't tell me he was a colonialist. No, over a delicious afternoon tea, we discussed all the way in which. Now that you mention it, he did seem to feel his culture was superior in every way. I think you'd better leave him in the past where he belongs. Make care. Just consent. Please. Lemon. Every table had a different lamp. I think they even called each table by a different nickname too. Was the Scarlet Table. Scarlet Table. This is the kind of thing I really shouldn't go near after a few drinks. Alright, an anniversary party was taking place that night. They didn't decorate like that every day. What history? It's always easy for me to find distraction after a breakup. I fell into some pretty habits, bad habits when I was young. I lost that headband at the concert that night, probably for the better. I'm glad they've gone out of the channel. When I even took my shoes off. Oh my, that night must have been weirder than I remember. I came to the jet concert dressed on the nines, but ended up taking most of my outfit off. Not my proudest moment. Proudest moment. I always felt the need to splurge on a new bill. That was probably the club's most expensive bubbly. The weather way. I loved the jazz band back in the 20s. It's a shame they stopped performing together. If you're ever going to pursue a rebound relationship, go for someone extravagant. Let me guess, you did that after you was out to break up. Yes, and I never regretted it because if I'm being honest, I really remember what we did. Jean Fontaine had so much will. The time in my life is a blur. Mon Jean Fontaine, he was a famous foreign socialist. You dated him? He was just a distraction, very brief, I swear. Dog walking. Some snippets are ready to be placed in image. Always. Playing fetch is one of the more enjoyable activities to do with dogs. I love how they will chase it as far as you throw it. Ladybug. There's actually a lot of nature in New York City if you know where to look. Yeah. The amount of work I had to do to stop the dogs from barking at the dove. Eventually, it got bored and left. Dog sitting was a great way for me to get out and about and see new parts of New York City. Scarf? What a windy day! Next time I go to the city, I'll try to go on a mild summer day. No need to hold on to my handkerchief. I wonder if that gazebo in Central Park still exists. There always seems to be someone reading there. Doggy. Good doggies. They are very cute when playing together. All I had to do was sit back and watch. It was the first week of spring when I was dog sitting in New York City. The flowers were blossoming everywhere. I didn't find love while walking a dog, but some people absolutely do. It's certainly a nice way to meet friendly strangers. They say owning a dog is particularly helpful when it comes to finding love. Once, while walking my friend's dog, every man with a dog started to talk to me. Every man with dogs. I'm sure, I'm sure they were all dazzlingly handsome too. You bet. But for some reason, all they wanted to talk about was dog. You're not a dog person, darling. That must have been very hard for you. Let's just say I never got a date, but I'm sure it works for some people. Starlit straw. Like, there is one. Oh, it's very small. The time I spent in Paris were some of the best of my life, but I wouldn't be eager to move back there again. It was probably just a confidence that the planet aligned to form some beautiful new constellation that night. Where is it? Even the stars were at their best. When we saw a shooting star, I wished that the night would last forever. A full moon on on a chilly Paris evening, we were lucky to get such a quick view of it that night. What a night! There was a celebration going on in Paris, and the starlight sky was full of surprise. I'd love to ride in a hot air balloon someday. I wonder if I'll ever get the chance. Odd how sometimes you feel you've met your forever person, yet it just doesn't work. I suppose that they come back around if it's meant to be. There's a reason that they call Paris the city of love. Everywhere you go, romantic feelings are in the air. You cannot capture the magnificence of the Eiffel Tower with a photograph. You need to see it in person to understand its size. It's been 5 years. Where do you think Pierre Tippelan is now? Still in Paris? Journey Memoirs, darling, always has a grip on me like him. He used to take me on these starlit strolls around the city. He made it so magical. It's sad, but after Pierre broke up with me, the city turned a bit grey. It's why I left. Do you ever think about looking him up again? Not that you're so. I'm just curious. No, I don't think it would be good for him to see me again. Bombay blow up. I had no idea about proper dinner etiquette, and family inviting wasn't helping. We are lucky no one knocked that came over. Even the plan wasn't spared. My boyfriend's anger at this family that night. At the time, I didn't understand what he was upset about. Luckily, there was no food on that serving table. That would have been a waste of some delicious samosas. The least, the least my boyfriend could have done was put off getting angry until we'd all finished our careers. My boyfriend's mother bought necklace. I remember she jumped up suddenly and I got caught on something on the table. I always had to look good when meeting new people, especially if it was my boyfriend's parents. I'm sure the restaurant owners still tell the story of the day a Western woman sat down with the family and all hell broke loose. Everyone was so shocked about this outburst at a fancy Bombay restaurant. The wait staff was mortified. The poor dog had nothing to do with the incident, but with all that food on the floor, he needed to be tied up. Sam, I didn't get to meet all the different men in your life, but there's one I'm fairly certain I wouldn't like, the one with a bad temper. Yes, he had a lot of violence. He even blew up at a family dinner in Bombay. Darling, promise me you'll never get another meal again. He had ear-ringing self-help. I know, I'll stay away from staying hanging with a raven's blood from now on. Ya, lainnya belum lengkap snipetnya. Masih harus melengkapi 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Kurang 6 snipet. Kita kita pasang aja yang lainnya. London pub crawl. Let's play. Very good. The curtain object wasn't the one who emptied all the sleepwear bottles. Oh, I was smoking cigarettes. Even back then, I really stood quiet permanently. I hear the Sunday roast too bad we were hardly woke up early enough to get to it before it was full. We'd get so drunk together, we'd fall all over the place. It wasn't very healthy, but it was fun. A special occasion, or just a very bad decision at the end of the night. Rarely am I seen without my coat these days, but I didn't always wear it back then. Nothing beats a pub crawl in London. The idea of a pub crawl was basically born there. You could always tell the night had gone on a bit too long if there was a beer spilled on you. Ya, kurang satu. Christmas proposal. Decorating a Christmas tree always makes me feel warm and cozy. I miss the house Mickey and I spent Christmas in together. We spent many evenings there with a comforting glass of wine. I had that garland made especially for the house. They could have made it a little longer. We often used candles for ambient light when I lived in London, and definitely as many as we could on Christmas. I should have suspected Nicky had something big to tell me when the thick chocolate came out, but a marriage proposal. Nicky had no idea how much I already wanted to marry him. He didn't need to bring a big bouquet of roses or any gift really. Nicky would always sing when he was feeling emotional. Imagine how emotional he was on Christmas just before proposing. I would have been happy with any ring, but one hidden as a Christmas tree decoration. How adorable. Milestone reward. Climb. Thank you. Okay, place. Oh, it's beautiful. Tapi untuk yang daerah sini belum lengkap. Aku tidak tahu bisa atau tidak untuk melengkapinya. Dinner disaster. Masih kurang satu snippet. Place. Knife. Oh dear, thankfully that knife didn't impale anyone's leg. Was this the reason the tablecloth caught on fire? Probably it was broken in the chat. A dinner place we'd gone to that was neither shabby nor luxurious. It was perfectly middle of the road. If I recall correctly, a stray friend had come and gobbled up that fish almost immediately. Breaking a wine bottle was not my proudest moment, but I'm glad I stood up for myself on that awful dinner date. Even though the dinner disaster might have looked like an accident, what it really was self-defense. I'm so sorry about the mess, Garcon. I probably won't be welcome back there anytime soon. If I thrown that wine glass any harder, I might have gotten arrested that night. I was able to play it off as an accident. Mm, Curban Cruise. Curban Cruise, please. What a pretty colored starfish. That would be the kind of pet I'd like. The regenerating kind. Dropping anchor in the Caribbean Sea to go swimming or to soak up some sun. I regret not staying longer in Cuba. I grew up sailing around Orchid Island with my father and Claire, but sailing in Cuba seems a lot warmer. Julian's standards were sky high. He even had his own personal seaplane. Julian made a point of explaining to me that sea horses made for life, another symbol of my failed relationship. Sea turtles move so elegantly through the water. I will be delighted to see another one in the wild again. Swimming with dolphins is a once in a lifetime experience. I recommend everyone try it at least once. I don't believe in mermaid, but Julian's almost had me convinced with spot on one just a snorkel, of course. Kurang satu snippet, bintang 5. Seaside picnic. My feet aren't that big, are they? Maybe they were my boyfriend's footprints. And that's as close as the fire and go to our romantic picnic in Hawaii. An aggressive crab was after our mangoes. Every time I stood it away, it came right back. Hawaii has the most coincidentally essential palm tree lined beaches. I like to go back there again. Oh no, this buckwheat got totally taken over by an army of fire and invaders. Not that I noticed at the time. I'm not sure what it is about the big Pacific, but I tend to get seasick on the water there. I'm more of an East Coast girl. A delicious homemade cocktail. What was this one called again? Loose on the beach. Wah, kurang dua. Kurang dua, bintang lima semua. Wow, apakah aku bisa membuat ini komplit? Kurang enam lagi. Oh my god.